Hi everyone, it's Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. Happy Monday. So this week we are continuing on from last week. So last week we made, I just need to find us in here. Doing too many things at once. Where is Facebook? Hi Renee. So last week we made these cards using the Wildflower Birthday Suite, and my intent was to make the cards. Hi Glenda. We're using these card templates which are in the 2024-2025 annual catalogue, and we got through some of them, we didn't get through all of them. So, and I asked the people last week whether they wanted me to continue going on or do something new, and everyone suggested continue going on. So I have prepped a few of the next cards. Spoiler alert, I didn't get all 16 done, so we won't finish today, but I won't do this for a third week, but we'll see how many we get done. So, got my gems over here. Now I have everything cut, so we should be able to get through them pretty quickly. Did everyone have a good weekend? Just goes too quick. So we are going to make this one, which is this template here, I think. So I am using Blueberry Bushel. It's a colour I don't use very often, but I do like it. And where did I put the stamp set? That would help, wouldn't it? Because otherwise, oh, it's right here next to me. Why couldn't anyone tell me that? So that's good. I don't use it very often because it's so dark, but I do like it. I am wanting my bathroom renovation to be finished. It seems to be taking forever, which is frustrating, but anyway. What can you do? Hi, Marie. So we're just going to stamp. So this is a photopolymer stamp. So you do want to have like a pierce mat or something underneath you. This mat that I've got has some cushioning in it, which is why I don't have the pierce mat when I stamp directly onto that. Oh, do I have the cake? Yes. And then it is a pretty blue, but it's a bit inky too, so I find that I need to make sure that I let it dry. So then we've got the cake, which is one of the die cut pieces from the paper. I'm just sticking this on flat onto this. I cut this out of the Nested Essentials dies. And so I cut the DSP. This is such pretty paper. Oh, and I've stuck it on the white. It looks pretty good on the blue though. Oh, but I like the white. I'm going to stick it on the white. Hi, Janice. You'll be able to check out where the bathroom's up to, Janice, on Friday night at Sip and Stamp. Unfortunately, it won't be finished. But you could have a geezer. I haven't been taking many photos because to me there's not much difference like of what he's done. So I don't know what he's doing all day, but anyway. So I did get some other things organised for on stage as well over the weekend. That's coming up very, very quickly. I feel I'm going to run out of weekend and time before it is here. And I need some dimensionals. So with this, I've done, I can't remember what this punch is called. The hexagonal punch. I've just cut it in half like this. And then you can border the outside of your sentiment. And so you just stick it on there. And then it's bordered with the blue. So these two are going to get dimensionals put on them. So Marie, did you see the communication that I put on our team page about on stage? I didn't see whether you commented or liked on that, so I didn't know whether you'd seen it about the details for Thursday night. So, had to empty my little thing over the weekend because I did so much crafting. I don't think I'll get any more swaps made, just the 20 that I made with you guys a couple of weeks ago. I'm glad I started them when I did. Pop this there. And then that can go there. And then these little flowers are the die cut pieces out of the paper as well. So then I can show you what I've got left after this and however many cards I've made tonight's video, because I won't have used all of it. Trying to get 50 swaps done. You're ambitious. My first couple of on stages I did loads of swaps and stuff, but at the moment I'm working so much, and it's just not going to happen. So you've got to be realistic too. So that is our first card done tonight, and so that is this card sketch. So it doesn't have a circle sentiment, and I haven't done the ribbon, but I've used it. So just because you are following a card sketch doesn't mean you need to copy it. You can just use it as inspiration and things like that. So I've changed up the shapes, but I've used the general gist of it. And they've done smaller banners, whereas I've done full-length ones. Things. I do work full-time too, Janice. So, whatever we can get done. Okay. Now the next card is, which sketch is this? Hi, Lisa. Which one did I try for this? I think I did this one. Maybe, let me just check my other cards. That's that. That's that. I just did that one. That wasn't really a sketch. That was more that one. That was that one. Whoops. And that might have been that one. And I don't know what sketch this was. Maybe these ones. This one here. Maybe this one. And I've done two very similar. So I've embossed the background to give it a little bit of something. And I've used one of the tag pieces that come out of the paper. So when I emboss a background, I do put adhesive on all four sides. And we can put that on the card. You could check out my bathroom progress too on Friday night, Lisa. And then we're just sticking this down flat. Within the card. We need another block with the sentiment. Oh, I don't know whether I'd be saying yay, Lisa. Don't know how much you'll be seeing. Hopefully we might have tiles tomorrow. I was hoping to come home to tiles today, but anyway, so this one I'm stamping more off to the side so that I've got some room there. And we're going to stick some dimensionals on the back of that. It's just a very slow process. And I am impatient. And I want my bathroom back. I want my toilet back. I want my house back because it feels like such a mess. Because I've got bits everywhere. And then I've got, these are all the die cut pieces. from the paper. So we're going to stick some dimensionals on there. I don't know whether it's because last bathroom renovation I did, we lived with our in-laws because we only had one bathroom. But still, I was wanting things done quickly, obviously. Pop that up there. So how many cards did we make last week? 10, I think. And then I've got a few cards. So out of the one pack of this paper with the DSP and the die cuts, and all I've used so far is the stamps. I don't even think I've used the die cuts from the bundle, like die cutting anything else. I've got so many cards made so far. So that's there, and then we've got some gold accents from the die cuts as well. Oh, come on. Might have to chop that bit off. There. So my bus broke down today. World's longest trip to get home. If I wasn't prepared for this, if I didn't prep on the weekend, I don't know that we would be doing this tonight. So we were driving home and then the aircon stopped and then the bus kind of just stopped. We're like, what? And then, so we pulled into one of the bus stops that we're not, because this is an express bus, so it's not supposed to stop. And then he kind of let it sit there for a little while and then turned the bus back on. And then we took off again. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's good. And we got through like 2 other bus stops and then I'm like, we're supposed to be turning here. No, we didn't turn. We went to the bus because then we were coasting along as well. No more driving the bus. It was just a refund of 50 cents. No. So that's our second card tonight. And I'm going to mark that one off as that sketch done. And then I've got this one, which I don't know which one this is. See, sometimes I just see it and I got carried away. I don't know whether this is a sketch or not, but I just got a bit carried away. Making things with what I've got left. But let me tell you, Lisa, I'm glad it's 50 cents instead of the $15. Well, the $7 something it used to cost me. So I'm glad for that, really. Because $1 a day getting into town is a lot better than $15 a day. I've got a stamp and dimensional on the back of that already. Okay, so I embossed the back of this as well with a different embossing folder. You can use any embossing folders that you've got. I just often forget about the embossing folders because I keep them somewhere separate and things, but it really makes such a difference compared to a flat background. And then I've just got this stuck behind because it's a mesh ribbon. You won't be able to stick any adhesive underneath it because you'll feel it through there. But you can wrap it round. And then we're going to have this stuck on the gold. And then dimensionals on. Oh, that didn't even stick properly. It moved as I put it down. There we go. So put some dimensionals on. Hi, Sue. I put something up on the team page, Sue, about on stage as well, and I haven't seen that you've seen that or liked it either. So if you and Marie can both go to the team page and make sure you read the posts, that would be great. So these are really good when you just have some die cut pieces and don't want to think too much, or using card sketches. That's what I've liked, and being able to use it because then you also come up with original designs. Like my husband all the time says there's only so many ways that you can cut or fold a piece of paper, so even if you're not trying, you may end up copying somebody without even realizing it. But if you do a card sketch and use different paper and things, you're not copying, you're just using it as inspiration, and you'll always come up with something different. So there's that one as well. So that's our third card tonight. See, we're on a roll when I get things organised. Then this one. So I think this one is that. Oh no, I think that's what I did as this one. Maybe. I don't know. So as much as I really like the foil paper, I do like the check on this too, but this foil is so pretty, but I wanted the balloons and I thought that was too much. So I thought with the check it wasn't as bad. The balloons stood out. So we're gonna stamp Hooray. I'm gonna have to clean Hooray off because it's going from blue to pink. I'm going to stamp that there in the corner. And then stick this down. So it does seem like a bit of a waste to cover up this gold foil paper, but this pink check is pretty too. And then we're just going to stick this one on flat. So this is the cutout from the postage dies. I did check before I used them that they're still current, and they are. I'm going to need a mini dimensional. So did I inspire anyone last week to start creating with this set? Because I know a couple of you have got it, you just haven't used it. I want to try and do this with like every paper pack that I buy so that I actually use more paper, because I have so much paper that I don't ever seem to use. And then finish the gems off here in the corner. And I can't imagine I'm the only one that hoards paper. So there is another card done. Look at me on fire tonight. So then this one is using Blueberry Bushel again. And see with this how I've just got the plain white background and then this has the embossed background. It really does make a difference. So even on this card you could still emboss it, but I just left this one plain and I'd made this one before this. So then I'm like, oh, I could have embossed that. It makes such a difference, and I sometimes forget. And it's so easy because I think 90% of the people that watch me have embossing folders and a Big Shot. So, all right, we need to clean the stamps. Oh, thanks, Janice. Thanks, Lisa. So we'll just put this one over here. We are doing for you. There are some other sentiments in here, but one of them is cake. And I'm like, I just couldn't work out how to use that. And then I do really like the birthday, but it's massive. And so if I wanted to use these sentiments tags and stuff that come in the paper kit, you can't fit birthday on here because it's too big. Hi, Christina. You could check out my bathroom on Friday night too if you come to Sip and Stamp. Or lack thereof bathroom progress. Oh. So we're going to stamp you first because it's bigger. And then 4. We'll leave that dry over there for a little bit. Now, see, I've got blue goobers. Blue on my finger again. That blue ink is very, very juicy. It ends up everywhere. Now this, it's quite big, so I kind of had to like play with it a little bit to work out where it was going to fit without hanging over. So just take notice of how you kind of had it, so that it fits on your card without too much overhang on there. But it's a nice large image that that's all you kind of need. Now with this one, I did stick a little bit of adhesive there, and then I've just stuck that down, and we're going to stick this with dimensionals. And this will also hold it down. Now I did get my ribbon scissors and just trim that a little bit. So it didn't hang over the edge of the card, because I didn't want it catching on anything to fray. And then I finished it off. These gems don't come in blue. I would have liked them in blue, but they don't. So I've gone with the peach pie. Because I thought that went well. Could have used any colour really, because all the colours are in that die cut. But I went with the peach pie. So that one is this. So rather than a circle image, I did a die cut image. And the sentiment, rather than doing it on the side because it's so big, I just did it underneath. So you can change things around. It doesn't have to copy. There's that one. And then this one, I'm not sure is actually a card template, but I wanted to use that. And so I'm going to need my big block with the stamp. And we're going to do happy birthday. On there. And this is another die cut piece that was out of the paper, because there's 2 sheets of the die cut, so there's actually there's a lot of the die cuts, and then like of the push outs that are already there, and then there's one page that on one side it's this pattern paper and the other side it's all these little tags and stuff like that. I cut all the tags. And because you get 2 sheets of each, I've got 2 lots of these. Happy birthday. So Stampin' Up! Hasn't done a lot of these die cutty things previously. It's relatively new for them, and I'm liking it. Helps for those customers that don't actually have a die cutter and things. Now I'm just going to trim that because that's too big a border. You could get your trimmer out if you don't trust yourself. I'm quite happy eyeballing it. And do that again. Hi, Marianne. So I'm going to cut this. And then this can go on. Now I know I'm covering up most of the pretty gold, but you can see some of it behind the background. And then this piece, it's quite a large piece, so you'll need quite a few dimensionals. And Megan's not on tonight because she's got a friend in hospital that she's visiting. But we're all going to tell Megan how many dimensionals I've used on the back of this piece. She'll be very proud of me. So now I've just got to get the things off. And then that goes on there centered. And then we finish off with a dot underneath the ribbon. And then I've used the peach pie bling again. Because I thought the pool party might get a bit lost. Because there's a lot of pool party on this card. So there's that card done. And then we've got this one. So this one is this set, sketch up here. Where did I put my pencil? This one here with the 3 strips and then the circle. I've done 3 strips. Mine are smaller. They don't join, so I've changed it up a bit, but that's how I've used that. So we need to get all the bits and pieces out. We're going to stick the white onto the pool party. And then let's stamp our sentiment first. And we're stamping in we're stamping in soft sea foam. Why did I stamp in soft sea foam? I think we should stamp in pool party. I thought I was doing pool party as a thing. So we're going to stamp in pool party. I don't know why that card's stamped in soft sea foam. Anyways, only a Stamping Up enthusiast will know that I've stamped it in the wrong colour. Make-A-Wish. I think I need to re-ink that. That's maybe why it's looking like soft sea foam, because it needs to be re-inked. I might do that while I'm talking to you all, for those that don't know how to re-ink a ink pad. I am on a roll, Sue. That's what happens when I prep a bit on the weekend. Oh. So it shouldn't be this hard to squeeze out. I feel like I'm going to bust it. I feel like it needs like a pin. Anyway. So you do that. See, it's not squeezing out. Something's blocked that top bit. That's because I'm doing it on camera. But then you get like a flat spoon, the back of the spoon or something, and you rub all that ink in so it's even. And then when you stamp again, you should have a better stamped image. So that and that, the colour difference. This looks much more like Pool Party. So it just needed to be re-inked. But mind you, my ink pads are a few years old. So, and I use mine all the time. If you are just a normal casual stamper, you may not need to re-ink your ink pads as much as I do. So these two bits, this middle bit is shorter, which is why I've stuck the sentiment to cover that bit over so that you don't really notice it so much. Because these are just die cut pieces from the paper pad. And we're just gonna put these, and again, I just eyeball these. If you want to sit there and measure the difference, you can. I don't do that. I just kind of wing it. That, now that's going to have some dimensionals on it. Put these in here. Oh. And then that covers up that short bit over there. Going to put some dimensionals on the back of the flower. And that can be there. A glue dot on the back of the leaf. Hide that in under there. And then, oh, I've got to stick it on the card base yet. That's no good just being a card front. You need to be able to write in the card. So there we go, card base. And this time I did use the Pool Party ones because we haven't used much of them. And we've got there. So that is that one as well. And then we've got 2 cards left. So the next card is this one. I really, really like this card. Really happy with it. So that is this design here. Where did I put my pencil? Over here. So I've got the layering piece there, the 2 circles, and then I've got the sentiment. And then I've just stuck a balloon on there as well from the die cut pieces and some banners up in the top. So changed it up again slightly. It is really pretty, isn't it, Christina? I really like it. I got this, and I've got the scrapbooking pages as well, and I haven't played with the scrapbooking pages, but they look really pretty as well. I just really like this whole set. This was the first set out of this mini catalogue that I had to buy, that I really wanted. Like, I really, really wanted it. it's taken me this long to use it, but it was the first thing I had to buy out of it. Now with this banner, I'm just going to stick a glue dot on the back of each thing, each banner piece. You could stick a bit of adhesive, but they're so small and I don't want adhesive everywhere, so I'm just going to use a glue dot piece. Be careful though, because you could rip the banners. Where did you get that template, Doc? From Pinterest, Marie. But all these templates are in the annual catalogue. It's just somebody in Pinterest has put it together in one bit. I'll show you in a second. So in our annual catalogue, here, so you'll have them, Marie. They're all just here. So here, on this page, on page 22 in the catalogue, down the bottom here are all these templates. So somebody's then just put it on a one-pager and put it on Pinterest, and I've got it from there so that I could print it out and use it, because it's a bit easier to have that on my desk and scribble over that than on the catalogue. But everyone who has a Stampin' Up! Catalogue has these templates. They're all sitting here. So you can all copy them and use them with different designs of paper and whatever else. And all create same but different cards. And then these are just the 2 3/8 inch circles. And again, I really like the foiled paper, but I think for this card and to use the background bit, got to switch it up. So, and I've just stuck these down just flat with no dimension or anything. You can have the stripes go on whichever way you want. And we need to stamp a sentiment, so let's do that because that'll take a while to dry. Make a Wish in pink. And we are going to cut this first. If you want, you can use your trimmer. I'm trying to save Glenda's dog from jumping off the bed. Every time she hears my trimmer, she jumps off the bed because it needs WD-40. Okay, so that can go on here. And just trim that off. Then I've put a dimensional on the back of the balloon. I've not worried about sticking the base, like the string down, because I'm going to put the string underneath the sentiment. So kind of place the balloon where you want, then put some adhesive on the back of your sentiment. Oh, I've dropped a dimensional backing and I can't pick it up. this little thing from Megan has saved my desk. It makes me be a lot tidier. I like it. And then pop that there. And then we did finish off with the pink bling. There. So that is that card. And then the last card that I've prepped is this card, which is this design here. So that's that. Because I did say like this card and even this card, you probably should do like if you're going to do something like I've just done tonight and last week, these are the cards that you would do last, because they use all the scrap pieces rather than cutting a full sheet to do strips like that. So you wait until you've cut all your pieces and you've put everything together, and then these are the ones that you do last, using all the strips that you've cut off and bits and pieces, and then you punch out like the smaller circle that you've got and things like that with the different bits of scrap that you've got left. So they're the cards that you kind of do last. You do these other ones that need bigger pictures and stuff first, and then work your way towards those. So if you're going to do something like I've done, just try and get the most out of what you are trying to do. That's what you do. So with this one, again, this wouldn't be the first card that I make either. This is getting towards the end of the cards that I did make. You want to start with your white piece. I'm going to stamp happy birthday first so that we know where we're working towards. And I've just got a couple of strips of different papers that were already cut. Again, I did not cut any new pieces just for this. This orange piece is a bit out of the die cut pieces, like it's not a sheet of paper or anything, so there's only the 2 strips that ended up in here, but I didn't know what else to do with them, so I've just added them to this. So, and then what you do, I did make a card like this in a class once before as well, but if you haven't seen it, what you do is you start from the bottom and you stick your papers down. And then you get your other designs. And you just start ripping. And then you stick that on as well. So like there's no rhyme or reason of how this is done or what. Stick that down, and then this one you want to rip as well. You just want to make sure that you're covering, if your pieces aren't extremely long, you just want to make sure that you're covering all the white at least. And then on your last piece, you want to rip the top and the bottom piece. So you don't want to rip too much off the top or the bottom, because you've got to rip both sides. All right. Now these ripped pieces could do another card if you want. And you just want to make sure that you obviously haven't covered up your sentiment, covered all those pieces. And then you just get your snips and you chop off the bits that are hanging over. There. And then you might want to see that bit's lifting there. I'm just going to stick a bit of glue dot underneath that. Just to make sure everything's all stuck down good. Glue dot doesn't want to come off in one piece. So that looks good. Now this can then be stuck onto the pink. And then I've got the banner that I've just stuck down flat as well. Now the banners I did cut out of the essential dies, nested essential dies. I did that last week out of those couple of backing pieces of the gold. And then we finish off with the pink bling. And that card is now done too. So we can put these little bits in here. And put my blocks over here because I haven't cleaned all them. To then bring back all the cards that we've done. So we've done 2 of each. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 we did tonight. So, and I just want to show out of the paper pad of the paper. Hi Denise. Out of the paper pad of the this pack, I've still got all these die cuts here left, and I've got 1, 2, 3, like 4 half sheets, and I still have two full sheets of the cake paper and then the this paper. So there's still quite a lot left, and we've made, so we did 16 cards tonight, and last week we did 8 cards, I think. So what's that? 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So I've made 26 cards. I've only used these gems. I've used that paper pad and then the stamp set to get the sentiments, and then I added some gold accents, so you do need some gold foil paper as well, and then the colours for the cardstock. But I've made so many cards already, and I've still got lots left over, so that's pretty good. And yeah, just a reminder for those on Friday night, I've got Sip and Stamp. If you're coming, can you please let me know? I need to make sure I've got enough kits cut. And for those that are doing my class on Saturday, I posted kits over the weekend. The kit is using this paper. How pretty is this? So you get half a pack of this, half a pack of the gems, and the card kit to make 3 cards. So that is for Saturday's class. If anyone is still interested, I do have an extra kit available. But thank you everyone for joining. Hope you enjoyed the cards. And if you all have your catalogue, you can make cards here because these are all on page 22 of your annual catalogue. And I'd love to see what you come up with, because they're all sitting here. So thank you everyone. Hope you have a great week, and I will see you all next week. Bye.